Hi, today we're going to be taking a look at Marvel 2-in-1 from the mid-70s. This is when Thing was white hot in the Bronze Age of Marvel Comics. He had his own series apart from Fantastic Four, and this is a series where he teamed up with someone once a month, and here is the Thing and Man-Thing. And of course, if you're going to have Man-Thing in this, Thing has to fight Man-Thing at some point. It's pretty awesome. So this was written by Steve Gerber, bringing in his Man-Thing character into the first issue of Marvel 2-in-1. Gil Kane as penciler, Joe Sinnott as inker, Gene Izzo and G. Russos are letterer and colorist, and Roy Thomas is the editor, and so I'm sure he invented all these characters. And that's a subtle dig. Here's Stan Lee Presents The Thing and Man-Thing together. And here, Thing is reading not Time magazine, but Times. And they talk about this Man-Thing. And he doesn't really know what Man-Thing is, but he feels there's some sort of infringement upon his name, that this guy is called Anything Thing. And so he's pretty mad. I love all the details of the pencils here. Here he's trashing the place where he is reading. I don't even think he bought this magazine. Stop, please, you're wrecking my store. Vengeance and the Molecule Man. So Molecule Man will show up here. It's from 1973. So he's like, you didn't do nothing. It's this magazine you sold me. So he did buy it. So he's angry at the Thing moniker. I mean, that's all he's angry about. So I love the look of the Thing here. I know when Thing first came on the scene in Fantastic Four, he looked like a bunch of oatmeal. This segment version of the Thing, where he's a bunch of different kind of flagstones, is the one of the best things Jack Kirby came up with in his run on Fantastic Four. So now he wants to go to Florida and confront this Man-Thing. I love, too, that in this age they would have little ads for other stuff. So the Macabre Man-Thing now in his own mag on the lower left here. So he's taking the bus, like the Greyhound or whatever, and there's people nervous and stuff that the Thing is on the bus with them. And he talks about, he thinks back to fighting the Hulk in Marvel Feature 11 and teaming up with Iron Man in Marvel Feature 12. And so now he's going to confront this Man-Thing. Meanwhile, on a distant planet is the Molecule Man, which is a tragic character, but basically, Molecule Man can do anything with all the molecules in the universe. My son is why I'm old and dying, while my foes are yet young and strong. So now he's bequeathing to his son the Molecule Man moniker. I shall never have my vengeance on the accursed Fantastic Four, who discovered my lone weakness, and used that discovery to beat me, deliver me into the Watcher's hands. So he has this wand that he always has to be around, so he dies. And here is the Black Widow, Captain Marvel, and the Daredevil makes 3. So they're advertising another magazine. He should have been king, monarch of the universe. So now he's going to have vengeance against everyone for the death of his Molecule Man father. And so he infuses himself with the power of the Molecule Man. And when at last the fire and thunder ceases and he emerges, it is done. The Molecule Man lives once more. I can feel it. Nothing about me is as it was. So now he's got that ugly mouth and everything, and his scribbles on his face. I never understood if those were scars or what those were. It always looked disturbing, though. He just needs his wand, the instrument through which I unleash my power. And then so he declares to the universe that Molecule Man is back. And another ad, it's a fright by werewolf by night. There you go, it rhymes. So he teleports himself to Earth, And somehow, and he doesn't know why, he ends up in the Florida swamp somewhere. He goes, I alter my own molecules, made them living magnets that would be drawn to the thing's cosmic ray transmuted form. So he's looking for the thing. Yet the brute is not here. Have my powers failed me? So he's in the nexus of realities, which is what the man thing presides over in the swamp. And he sees the man thing and is startled by him. Even though he has all his power, he's stunned by the man thing and drops his wand. And that causes him to subtly die. Um, I'll die, I'll turn to dust unless the wand. That's the key. So he picks up the wand. My hand is firm and young again. So he was turning old. And now he's like, his terror now abated. The Molecule Man turns his gaze back to the man thing. Um, and I love the look of the man thing in the 70s. He just looked like a big beast. He looked so cool. He actually starred in his own book and record set for kids, which was still a brutal horror tale. And so he basically dismisses Man Thing. Bah, this brute possesses only the merest rudiments of intellect. He cannot be the one I seek. And here they're advertising War of the Worlds becomes a Washington nightmare in Amazing Adventures 22. That's their Killraven series of stories that takes place in a world ruled by the Martians from War of the Worlds. Pretty awesome stuff. So here comes Thing's bus. You heard me, chum. Stop this dog and let me off here. So he wants to go into the swamps here. Rules are made to be broken, I always say. So he does let Thing off, and Thing jumps into the swamp. And here's a Black Panther jungle action ad at the bottom here. He jumps right into the muck. Now he's looking for Man Thing, and all these vines attack him, and it's Molecule Man. Dun dun dun. So he snaps the vines, and suddenly there's action and fighting. Fool, you can't touch me. Not when I can create a shield. And here's another ad. A living skeleton prowls London, but so does Dracula. So I guess that's Tomb of Dracula. They don't even tell you like what magazine it is. You just have to guess. It's like they think they're just talking to Marvel fans, but what if you're just trying out Marvel 2-in-1 and you don't know much about the Marvel comics? Alright, so here comes Man Thing. And whatever knows fear burns at the Man Thing's touch, right? That's his big power. So anyways, Thing is like, holy Hannah, it's him, and he's helping me. Thing doesn't know much about Man Thing. Doesn't know that Man Thing is just a monster, and doesn't know the tragic story of Ted Sallis. So he's like, stop, I warned you, Ogre. And then Man Thing throws him. It's like, he didn't even react. I'll be killed, crushed against those support beams. Good. Good, Molecule Man, you're an a-hole. So he uses his wand. And it's like, but it occurs to me there are more ways to kill a man than physically. And here's a Conan the Barbarian comic ad. He lives again in Savage Tales 3. So he shoots the wand. I'm going to make you human again, rob you of your tremendous strength. So he turns Man Thing into Ted Sallis. For crying out loud, and also Thing into Ben Grimm. So now Ben Grimm meets Ted Sallis. And Ted Sallis has clothes, so that's good. Whereas Thing has the Speedos that he had, these little trunks or rompers, as Mr. Fantastic like to call them. So there you go. And so, and like they refer to some comics here. It's like, where am I? There was an auto crash, that weird surreal world, and now this. So Monsters Unleashed number 3 and Fear number 13 respectively. I know how loony it sounds, but it's true. You was even uglier than me. So, now they're getting to know each other and everything. And Thing can't really explain to Ted Sallis what's happened, because when Ted Sallis is Man Thing, he's just a mindless brute. And the wand, I guess, has malfunctioned. No matter how much energy I channel through it, it won't teleport me past the edge of this swamp. That's because the swamp has its own weird properties. Here's a note from the editor. The malfunction is not in the wand, but in the swamp. For here at the nexus of mystic forces, the laws of science oft go awry, as in the accident that birthed the Man Thing himself. Yeah, I know it is the nexus of realities. It's probably called something different here. So now they're, Ted Sallis and Ben Grimm are talking, and they wander into town. I meant what I said about Hope, Ben. Like, Sallis, do me a favor, huh? Shut your blasted trap already. That's Ben Grimm. So here, Molecule Man is like walking around town, and ready to blast some guys. So he starts going crazy and remaking everything and going mad with power. Like, yes, it obeys me once more. The Molecule Man is again supreme, because he's away from the nexus of mystic forces, right? So now the wand obeys him again, and he's like just wrecking house here, and all these unfortunate people are running out of the way. This is but an exercise, a kind of sport. So here's Ted Sallis and Ben Grimm again. Let me demonstrate further a preview of the agony that awaits the X-Things partners. So he still wants to fight Fantastic Four. So this is a gruesome scene where he takes like an innocent bystander. He's like, watch, Ben Grimm. We'll begin with this nobody. So he's just a dude just like trying to escape. And he turns him into Mr. Fantastic, but he still has, like, he's still himself. He's like, no, please let me be. I ain't done nothing to hurt you, mister. And so he stretches this guy. So yeah, Reed Richards' body is elastic and it can stretch, but it can also stretch to a breaking point. He stretches him so far, and this guy yells in agony, and he basically offs him. And you could see that, I guess, his head broke or something up there. That's awful, because he didn't do anything. Death, the one state of matter that even I cannot alter, you see? And it's like, Ben Grimm does indeed see, as the sight fills him with revulsion and hatred, and a passion to make this demon die. And you see at the bottom here a Namor Submariner comic ad. What is it? Namor battles the man called Force in Submariner 68. So Ben Grimm is like mad. And then Molecule Man, like an idiot, says, I do not like you this way. In your human form, there is a quality of nobility about you that troubles me. I prefer you as the orange-skinned buffoon. Well, that's a big mistake, because now he's Thing again. And he's being wrapped up by all these like chains and stuff by the Molecule Man. And Ted Sallis is saying, like, listen, you can't fight this guy. And Molecule Man's like, you've given me an inspiration. And so he turns Ted Sallis into Man Thing. So now, Thing and Man Thing are back, but Man Thing is fighting Thing. And Thing punches right through Man Thing, just like the cover. And here's an ad for Conan 34. The fury of the Flame Tower is unleashed. So Molecule Man's a real a-hole here. He's laughing at them. He already offed somebody. And Thing throws mud at the wand and knocks it right out of his hand. And it's like, I can't lose the wand. My very life depends on it. With one witless, unaimed toss, you may have doomed me, you fool. Well, good, right? So it's out of his way. And like he's trying to get it, but he's growing older every second. And I want to live. That's what help me, please. Like, they have to help this guy now. It mustn't end like this. And he tries desperately to grab the wand and then turns to dust. This guy must be nuts. I just let the one guy who could cure me turn to ashes. Unless maybe, and he tries to use the wand, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work on Man-Thing either. So Man-Thing walks off into the swamp. And a kid picks up the wand and uses it, and it you can't use it because, you know, he's not Molecule Man or anything. So that's the end of the comic, and Thing walks off. This all started with Thing getting mad at Man-Thing for taking his name. What was he gonna do? But, you know, ends with a fight with Molecule Man, and they finally kill him for now. You'll come back. It's not even Secret Wars yet, so he'll be back. And here's the letters page. Here's a nice picture of Hulk and Thing. And here's the bullpen bulletins, and Stan Lee's boasting about how they're able to put more space for these soapboxes and bullpen bulletins, and also the letters pages. So there you go. I hope you like this little walk through Marvel 2-in-1 #1 from 1973 with the ever-loving blue-eyed Thing. It's a great comic run. And I love the art of it, and the all of the great like fights and the terrific plotting of these comics. So if you like what you saw, please give a like to this video, and please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Until next time, take care.